How do we remove Donald Trump from office? That is the subject of this video. And the reason I want to talk about it is because I fully believe that if things continue as they have for the last 2 months, if Donald Trump is left in power and continues to destroy the federal government as he has been doing, if he continues to violate the Constitution and destroy the very fabric of this republic, then even if we have elections 2 years from now and a presidential election thereafter, and even if Democrats somehow win those elections, the damage that will have been done will be far too extensive to repair. This country, as it has existed for the last 250 years, will be a distant memory. It will be gone. We need to remove him from office, or we lose it all. That is what I believe is our situation right now. So how do we get rid of this guy? Well, I want to discuss 4 different things, 2 of which I hear discussed quite frequently. Both are terrible ideas, and so I'll deal with those. The third is our best and most obvious option, and the fourth is a creative approach that I've been thinking about. So let's begin with the 25th Amendment, because I hear that one talked about a lot. Of course, that's part of the Constitution. There is a procedure to invoke the 25th Amendment. Here's the problem with it, ultimately, is that the 25th Amendment does not remove the president from office. I know people think that, but it doesn't. It temporarily transfers presidential authority to the vice president, but it does not remove the president from office. It is designed to deal with situations in which a president is temporarily incapacitated for some reason. And there's a process whereby the vice president and, well, let me talk about it before I get into it. There are 2 ways to invoke it. Either a president can invoke it voluntarily, or the vice president and the president's cabinet can invoke it against the president against his will. So if a president knows that he is suffering from an incapacity of some sort, or if he is going to be incapacitated for a period of time, then he can send a letter to Congress saying, hey, I have this thing going on. I can't discharge my duties. Therefore, temporarily, my presidential authority is going to transfer to the vice president. And when such disability no longer exists, I will transmit another letter to you and let you know that I am back in control. Okay, so that can happen. And that has been invoked several times when presidents have undergone medical procedures, surgeries, and things like that, where they're going to be, not able to discharge their duties for a period of time. They've done that. I recall George W. Bush doing that on at least one occasion. So that has been done. That wouldn't help us here. The other way is